We start way back in 1890 on Westgate, on the opposite corner to the Shire Oaks Inn. This is Duck Row, so called because you had to duck to go through the front door. As was usual for Victorian photographers, all local children were brought out to pose. It's now 1897 and a new and clean Victoria Square, which previously had the name of Common End. Beyond is St John's Church. Both buildings were less than 30 years old, St John's being built in 1869 and Victoria Square in 1870. At the turn of the century, this is what Brunt's Farm on Retford Road looked like, with the viaduct in the distance. The two lads at the front gate are 2 of 10 children living at the farm. Newcastle Avenue and another newly built street, complete with its trees. The council school can be seen on the left, not yet called St Anne's, as the church wouldn't be built for another 12 years. This picture of the Priory Gatehouse, taken just after the road had been diverted from under the archway. Note, the cross is only a stump, as the top wasn't added until the mid-1920s. The White Lion Hotel on Park Street in 1910, with its adjoining cottages, all of which were pulled down with the exception of the one at the far end, beyond which you can see the entrance to Worksop Manor, now Robinson Drive. Back onto Westgate, but now it's 1932, and this row of cottages, along with Duck Row seen earlier, are about to be demolished. Behind the cottages you can see the top of the building that housed the volunteer pub, still occupied today as housing. 1947 and a clean Victoria Square with a very smart looking King's Head Hotel. This is Cheapside in the 1950s. This block stood to the right of the gatehouse and was pulled down a few months after this picture was taken. The mid-1960s and a local meeting place then and now. It's now the Trader Clock, but then it was Kerr's Corner. William Kerr was a long-established jeweller and clockmaker. The junction of Kilton Hill with Kilton Road, now a roundabout, but in 1963 High-Ho Road had not been cut through all the allotments you can see. We end in 1972, 82 years from our starting point. This is Lowtown Street, the main street in the old town of Radford before it merged with Worksop. The Fox Inn was the heart of the community 150 years ago. This is the last picture before it all disappeared.